Charlie Gilkey, and this is the unboxing video for the Momentum app on the iPhone. Now, this is the unboxing video because this was actually my first time going through Momentum on the phone. To be honest, I recorded it on the phone, but it didn't pick up my mic, so I'm having to go back and record it this way. So we'll walk you through nonetheless. So this is what it's going to look like. This is from Angela's iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 10. And as you go through, you can see like this is what it's going to end up looking like. Nice home screen, nothing too fancy there. I already have a user account, so I'm going to go forward and get my user account in there, and it's going to log in. Alrighty. So as it logs in, one of the first things we're going to see is the weekly planner load. Now what we're looking at here is the weekly version of the planner. So you can see we've got this week's projects at the top. And then as you scroll down, you're going to have your scheduled events. Why we do it that way is so that your projects and your events create the constraints of the day. When you click over to the dashboard here in a minute, you're going to see that it's going to be your daily flow of how things are going to go on that side of things. So this week's project at the top. Okay, so go back, Charlie. Now we're looking at the dashboard. You can scroll down so you can see what all your week looks like, and you can see how that lays out. So you can see that I have some of my projects listed out here, and you can do different sort of things. So I've gone through the top 5, because I was lazy, I didn't go through and name all of them. But what we're going to see here in just a second is me show what it looks like for us to deprioritize a project. So we're waiting for it. There we go. And so we're going to remove that priority, and you're going to see it jump on down. See how it falls down there to the bottom? It was at the top. That's just going to help you keep your projects up top. So let's say I make chapter 2 of Workways, because I am also writing that book, the priority project. So I'm going to prioritize it, and it's going to go up to the top. Wait for it. There we go. It's going to go up there to the top. Yes, I am trying to remember what exactly I was doing on this video. As I was recording on there, so bear with me. Building in public, right? So what we're going to be able to see is just what's most important to you and what that looks like. Now we're going to go down and add a scheduled event. What this will start to do is give you the lay down of your week. And so here just a second, I'm going to start with that. Okay, so I'm going to look at my calendar and figure out that I've got the PFA office hours that are going to happen this week, and I'm quickly going to figure out that I can't type. Can't type. And I'm going to add it to a project, or I would add it to a project, but this one is more of a recurring event. It's part of my business stream, so I don't need that. And then you're going to see me try to find the date for it. So I'm going to flip over to February, because that's when this is going to be, next week. And I'm like, ooh, this is the alpha release, y'all. Not quite working there. So I'm going to jump back to January just so I can drive on and show you how this is going to work. We're going to go ahead and click on that Wednesday coming up. Get with it, Charlie. And then it's going to say there, and then I'm going to scroll down to find my time. Super easy to scroll down, and it starts at 11. I'm going to hit save. And once I hit save, it's going to jump over, and I'm going to jump over to the dashboard, and you'll see that it shows up Wednesday. There it is right there, PFA office hours. Now, what we're doing here is helping you avoid that thing that we sometimes do, which is look at our calendar, figure out all of our things that we're doing for the calendar, and then, forget that we have a bunch of meetings and stuff, and then say what we're going to do. So the left side over here, the projects and the count and the scheduled events show you what the constraints are for your week. And then when you jump over to the dashboard, it shows you day by day what's going to happen as you start working through there. Obviously, you can highlight, or you can not, obviously, right? We're going to put in another thing here so you can see what a deadline looks like. So let's say I know on Wednesday I've got PFA office hours, and I'm going to add a project chunk, or just a leg of a project. I'm going to go ahead and write that in. So I'm just going to say, let's do draft section 3 of Workways. Again, you'll see me stumble through and not be able to type. There we go. And it's a project. It goes with write chapter 2, and I'm going to make this one a deadline so you see what that looks like. Hit deadline, going to hit save. and you can see that the little calendar there at the top shows you that you've got a calendar event. The little emoji that shows the deadline says that you have a deadline. If you want to go ahead and prioritize that deadline, you can do that. You can see how I did that with write section 1 and 2 of Workways. Obviously if I write section 1 and 2 of Workways, it'd be easier to draft section 3. So I'm going to make that a focused or prioritized event. And then I'm just going to see what happens if I try to prioritize a couple things at once. I hadn't tried that before. Let's see. Alrighty, I tried to prioritize something, double something, it didn't. So in the alpha version, you can only prioritize one thing at a time. That makes sense. Obviously, there's a lot that we can talk about when it comes to what momentum is going to look like, but I wanted to give you a little bit of what this looks like in the alpha. Again, what we're trying to do with momentum is help your projects, which is over there on the left side of that screen that we looked at a minute ago, and your day-to-day dashboard line up so that you're not having to look at so many things to figure out what's going on. Oh, but what I do want to show you is what it looks like once you complete some things. So let's go ahead and start completing some things. You get some prompts just so you know that it's recorded there. Alrighty. Now, you might wonder, get some of those notifications away. You might wonder why we leave that there. Well, we leave it there because we want you to give yourself credit for all the things that you've done that day. As opposed to just seeing a big wall of red of everything that's undone, you get to see, wait a second, I'm actually building some momentum. I'm getting stuff done. And at the end of the week, as you're flipping through, you get to say, yes, I got some stuff done. I'm moving forward, and not just see that wall of red and the undone. All right, y'all, that's what we're building with momentum. Thanks for watching. I hope this is useful. Please do let us know if you have any questions, comments, or feedback below. We're really looking forward to hearing from you. And some lucky souls who have backed our Kickstarters are starting to get to see the alpha version and use the alpha version. Until next time, let's go get some momentum.